the arrival of Jibril to teach the entire religion. A Islamic story from primary Hadith, source Jibril, al-Hadith, Sahih Muslim, Book of Faith, Kitab, Aliman Hadith, number, Sahih Muslim, 89910 summary of chain. Narrated by Umar ibn al-Khattab. Story beginning. The gathering in Medina. The companions of the Messenger of Allah were sitting in a circle in the Masjid of Madinah, a place that had become the heart of knowledge for the entire Ummah. The afternoon was calm, the dust softly settling after the heat of the day, and there was a tranquility that often filled the mosque when the Prophet sat among his students. He did not sit on a raised platform, nor behind any barrier. Rather, he sat with them as a teacher who honored those who sat at his feet. The companions listened attentively as the Prophet taught them matters of faith, worship, and daily life. Every word spoken from his blessed mouth was a mercy. The gathering was peaceful, and nothing indicated that something extraordinary was about to occur, an event that scholars later called al-Sunnah, because it explained the entire structure of Islam in a single moment. Explanation. This setting is confirmed by Sahih Muslim scholars like Imam Nawawi write that this incident occurred in the Prophet's mosque during a teaching circle. Quran. Allah has indeed bestowed a great favor upon the believers when He raised among them a messenger from among themselves. 3 to 164. The arrival of a man unlike any other. Suddenly a man appeared at the entrance of the masjid. He approached with stillness and dignity. What drew attention was not his presence but his appearance. His clothes were shockingly white, the type of white that seemed untouched by dust or sand. His hair was intensely black, with not a strand showing signs of travel. In a desert environment, this was almost impossible. A traveler would always show fatigue, dust, and dryness, but this man had none of it. The companions exchanged glances. Who was he? They knew every face in Medina, yet nobody recognized him. The man walked with calm steps and sat directly in front of the Prophet. He sat so near that his knees touched the knees of the Prophet, and he placed his hands upon his thighs in perfect humility, exactly the manner in which a student sits before a teacher. Explanation. This description is word for word in Sahih Muslim, with commentary by Imam Nawawi. Quran. Indeed, Allah sends down tranquility upon the believers. 48-4. Scholars say this incident is an example of such tranquility. The question about Islam, the man began speaking in a clear voice. O Muhammad, tell me about Islam. The companions were struck by the confidence in his tone. He did not call him Messenger of Allah, though he spoke respectfully. The Prophet responded with the pillars that every Muslim would later memorize. Islam is to testify that none has the right to be worshipped but Allah, and that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah, to establish prayer, to give zakah, to fast the month of Ramadan, and to perform Hajj to the house if you are able. The man listened like a devoted student, and then to everyone's surprise said, "You have spoken the truth." The companions were stunned. How could a questioner confirm the answer of the Prophet? This was the first sign that something unusual was taking place. Explanation. These words are exactly as narrated in Sahih Muslim, with support from Bukhari's Kitab al-Iman. Quran, references for the 5 pillars, 243. Prayer, zakah, 2 185. Fasting, 3/97. Hajj, the question of Iman. The man continued, asking, "Tell me about Iman." The Prophet said, "To believe in Allah, His angels, His books, His messengers, the last day, and to believe in divine decree, its good and its bad." The companions recognized the profound weight of these words. These were not merely statements. They were foundations upon which every action stands. Without belief in Qadar, no worship is complete. Without belief in Allah's books and messengers, no submission is whole. The man nodded again and said, "You have spoken the truth," further increasing the companions' amazement. Explanation. This is explicitly from Bukhari and Muslim. Quran 285 lists the same 6 pillars of Iman. The meaning of Ihsan. Then the man asked, "Tell me about Ihsan." This time, the Prophet gave the most spiritually powerful definition in all of Islam. It is that you worship Allah as though you see Him. And if you cannot see Him, then know that He sees you. These words descended upon the hearts like illumination. Ihsan was not about outward actions alone. It was the unseen heart that lives with the awareness of Allah's presence. Scholars later said, Islam is the body, Iman is the heart, and Ihsan is the soul. Explanation. This definition is preserved authentically in Sahih Muslim, accepted by all scholars. Quran. He is with you wherever you are. 57-4. The question about the hour. The man then asked, "Tell me about the hour." The Prophet replied, "The one being asked knows no more than the one asking." It was the most powerful statement of humility and truth. Even the greatest of creation did not claim knowledge of the unseen. The man then asked for its signs. The Prophet answered that a slave girl will give birth to her mistress, and that you will see barefoot, naked shepherds competing in building tall structures. These signs were mysterious to the companions, yet clear in their symbolism of social transformation. Explanation. These exact statements are in Bukhari and Muslim. Quran. They ask you concerning the hour. Its knowledge is only with Allah. 7-187. The mysterious departure after receiving all the answers. The man calmly stood up and left. He walked away without haste, and the companions watched him, until he disappeared among the pathways of Medina. No one saw which direction he traveled. No one followed him. The companions turned back to the Prophet, expecting clarification, but he remained silent for a moment, letting the mystery settle. Explanation. Scholars say this pause was to heighten the companions' awareness. Quran. In this are signs for those who reflect. 32:21. The final revelation. Finally, the Prophet turned to Umar ibn al-Khattab and asked, "O Umara, do you know who the questioner was?" Umar replied, "Allah and His Messenger know best." Then the Prophet said, "That was Jibril. He came to teach you your religion." In that moment, everything became clear. Jibril had come in human form, not to seek knowledge, but to teach the companions the entire structure of Islam in a single lesson. Islam actions, Iman belief, Ihsan. Scholars later said this hadith is the essence of the entire religion. Explanation. This conclusion is from Sahih Muslim, recognized by Bukhari scholars. Quran 2:297 confirms Jibril as the bringer of revelation.